What's up, guys? It's another review. You know what fucking time it is. It's another movie review. This one was literally just in spite. Uh, I wasn't doing anything, and I turned on my Apple TV, and I was like, "Oh, look, it follows us right here. I love that movie. Let's rewatch it." So, guess what, motherfuckers? We are rewatching it. So, already straight off the bat, from the beginning of the movie, I forgot how fucking amazing the soundtrack is on this game movie. Uh, freaking, it's like some disco techno shit. It's fucking cool. It really puts your disco techno shit. Yes. I'm being sponsored by Star Wars. I'm just fucking kidding. I wish. Don't sue me, Disney. But anyway, so we're gonna be rewatching this shit. Everyone gets this and reads this. I hate when they send me messages. Hold on. Work related. 1 second. Updated. Oh god, this is a whole lot of shit. Work safe, live safe guidance. We also updated the work safe, live safe order for Plus community. Manson Health Protection Condition Bravo Plus. We made the following adjustments to protect the force. Please reference meetings, events, conferences, commanders, directors, supervisors, leaders should minimize in-person meetings with their organizations, maximize the use of virtual meetings. Off-post dining retail guidance removed from the work safe live guidance. We continue to stress maintaining current vaccinations adherence to both local public. Social gatherings are at private residence are not to exceed 10 persons. No, I don't have any friends anyway, so shouldn't be a problem. We encourage hosts to ensure mitigation measures are in place. Accountability formations and physical training. Commanders must ensure double arm intervals are used during formations and also just wearing masks regardless of that. All soldiers have to wear a face mask. Check Raj. Which requires we have to wear a mask regardless. I was already wearing it, so check Raj. Okay. Now back to some real shit. I wasn't talking shit. That's just, that's just yeah, I was kind of figuring that's what was gonna go. But whatever, let's get back to this. So fucking I would love to put a sample of this wonderful soundtrack in said video or even play it in the background. But last time, my video got removed because YouTube just decides to fuck you in the ass because you are, what's it called? This thing called, they want your money. Copyright strike. Yes. So the movie kind of starts out with it's like a panning shot, whatever. You can see this door. You see a girl run out, and she's wearing like this white fucking shirt, like average size, like mine, whatever. And she's like running, and she's wearing, it looks like panties or like just underwear or really short shorts, and she's running in heels. And she's running from something, and it's just the cameraman. It's just the cameraman. That's all you get to see is the cameraman. You don't actually get to see the cameraman, but you see from the cameraman's perspective, this said female. She runs back in her house, gets keys, gets in a car, and drives away. Next scene is boom, death. All right, that's kind of where we let off. So now we're going to continue this movie. We're just going to. She could be a man. That could be a man. I don't know. Press play. Okay. So this is just going to be. I'm going to watch this movie, and you're just going to see my reaction. Ah! Cameraman shots. Okay, another thing, I really, really like the use of the camera angles and the guy. So this, you can't really see it. Let me pause it. There's a part in the middle where you get to meet Jay, the main protagonist female. She's hot, by the way, but that's beside the point. She's walking out, and it's the cameraman, you're obviously, a lot of this movie is you're following the camera. So the camera's kind of panning this way or whatever. And you see the backyard, and she's doing something to the pool, wearing a one piece, not a bikini, one piece, because I don't know what year this is set in. I think this movie's set in the 80s. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. It gives off 80s vibes, and I really like it, especially with the techno disco music. I wish I had my own sound facts. Hold on. We have to get a booster shot now? Ugh. Okay, sorry. I'm multitasking. But anyway, it's like following you like the whole movie. You really don't know exactly who's looking at who. Um I didn't really like you don't really know a lot of time like who's watching who in this movie, and it adds like this sense of ooh, backing up. Backing up. Uh gonna plug my phone up because I actually need my phone. Okay. Yeah, so it's like freaking never really know who's like watching who, and it's like a cool thing. You end up finding out there's a pervert that watches her throughout the movie. But you know, okay, let's continue. And the camera like zooms in on where she's at, which is kind of cool, and the music is kind of creepy. And then there's times where it's quiet, like you can hear, like you can hear, right? Oh, quiet. What? It's quiet. And then it zooms in on her in the pool. This right here, I'm just gonna turn this over so you can see the scene I'm talking about. This scene was synonymous with like some of the trailers and stuff and like the not concept art, like the promotions for this movie. I remember when it was like being advertised, this was like one of the pictures. And also on the DVD cover, which I have just not here because I'm watching this digitally, is there's a picture of her like that on that because this scene is kind of like this is the first scene you get to see the main character. Her name's Jay, which she'll tell you later. You find out later in the movie, but this is like her big scene. Okay, I gotta watch the time because I gotta go to work. Oh yeah, and the camera angles, and the music. Oh, nut. Oh look, I forgot. There's product placement. She's drinking. It says cola in the background. It's on like the like directly behind her. Uh, it's in like a can, and she's got a straw in it. First of all, that's indicative of all white bitches to drink soda cans with straws in them. Not sexist. It's just a fact. I'm just gonna take that out. I'm just gonna take that one out. It happens. It happens. Okay, but you know she fucking means business if she's drinking cola with a straw. Okay. All right. Let's continue. Oh look, and there's a fucking the music. I love this music. I absolutely love this music. I bought the soundtrack. Oh, and she also kills a bug later on in the like she just killed a bug in the scene. There was a bug that was on her arm, and she's like, "Oh, let me just submerge it." Okay, Rose. I guess that was your Jack. Now Jack's dead. Good job. She and also something I noticed, she just cleaned this pool, right? And this pool is dirty. So something says someone didn't do a very good job cleaning. And then also in this scene, you get to meet her sister, who looks like my sister, kind of, and it's really weird because it's like weird. Like when I saw this movie, I was like, "Hey, Drew, that's you," and she's like, "No." I'm like, "Yeah, looks like you." It's not a dish. She's not like fucking stupid in this movie, but my sister's a nerd, so you know. Well, we'll just continue with that.
Hi, Drew.
Oh yeah, they also got this weird.
Nothing.
Oh yeah, the fucking dialogue is literally indicative of like teenagers, and I 100% believe that this is set in the 80s. Their clothing, their style, the houses, the music, the fucking atmosphere, the cars, the technology they have. Maybe I'm right. We're gonna go with it because we're gonna go with it. Okay.
All right, here. You wanna watch a movie if you feel like it? Actually, I'm going out tonight. That guy? I like him.
And this is great irony because I'm sitting here watching this. They're sitting here talking about this guy that Jay's gonna go meet later on, right? They're like, oh yeah, I really like him. He's cool. Is that so? Is that so? Well, guess what, viewer? You're about to find out if he's actually a good guy or not. She probably found him on Tinder, so I don't know. Let's continue.
Okay.
They have different ideas, okay? Dude, she's wearing a flannel. She goes to a fucking honky tonk bar. Oh, there's the kid. There's the kid. I can't show you because I don't want to get this taken down. There's two people in the back of this scene watching her. Those are the two guys at the beginning of the movie are watching her clean out. I put that in italics because still a fucking dirty pool. Those are the same guys. Wow. Facts. She doesn't see him too. That's the freaking. Oh no. Then she sees him after a minute.
I see you.
They're not even trying to hide. These kids are not trying to hide. It's bad. They literally are standing on their fucking tippy toes. Yeah. I feel like anybody could hide better than that. Zach, I feel like you could hide better than that. If I'm being honest. Let's see. Just also, the kids didn't leave when she caught them. They still stood there. One of them's a blue-eyed, blonde-haired Aryan race-looking kid. He's Nazi. I call them Nazis. And then the other one looks like Elliot from E.T. If he did drugs. Oh, yeah, and then she's got like this light blue. All the colors in this movie kind of correspond with like the overall mood, right? It's kind of like right now it's kind of like a weird type vibe. The parents in this movie, like in this scene when she goes back inside after being out in the pool, her mom's sitting there. You don't really see the parents through the entire movie. It's all about the kids. And it's kind of cool because you can be like, oh, I can relate to that. That's kind of cool. The mom's she's only in this scene, then they like go off on some like vacation or whatever. So it's just these kids, right? It's her sister, their friend, I forget her name. She's reading on this like, you know those lip balm things that girls have, like the little eggs things that we had when we were younger, girls had. She has one of those, right? But it's like an e-reader. So I'm still trying to figure out if this actually is the 80s. But then the TV and the wallpaper, they're all screaming 80s. What time is this set in? We're going to still say the 80s, but like I said, this is proving. There's even like fucking pictures from the 1950s on the wall, yo. And all the cabinets are, yeah. I think this is like the 70s or the 80s. We're going to go with the 80s, I feel like more. And then in this scene, right? They're all sitting on this couch and there's this lamp in the middle and it's shining on Paul. Paul's going to be later on possibly a love interest for this main character. See how the light's on him? Because he's the star of the show. I'm just kidding. And then, yeah, we're going to keep going. And they're also watching some old horror movie. It's also a 1950s. Also in fucking Halloween, when Annie is watching, Annie and Linda are watching, it's not Annie. I don't remember the little girl's name. Dang. Okay, guess she's not important. She's watching this horror movie. No, it's Tommy Doyle, not her. That's right. Tommy Doyle was watching the TV, and that movie's set in the 70s, no doubt about it. But the screen on there is like this old-timey TV. True. And the screen on it's black and white. So, but this also screen is black and white, and it's a horror movie. I think it's like The Mummy or something. I don't know what this movie is, but I want to watch it. They're also eating Cheetos. Look at all the product placement. Oh yeah, and then it kind of like zooms in on the e-reader thing. It's literally like a fucking like flip phone. like on the top, there's like on the left, there's a Wi-Fi bar. There's the time. Apparently 3:12 in this movie, and she's got pretty good battery. So just in case you're curious, they put that detail in there. And you can legitimately read the story she's reading.
What are you reading? The Idiot?
Oh, the book's called The Idiot. She just said it.
Is it any good? I don't know yet. It's about Paul.
Hey, Jay.
The dialogue.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, Jay. Hey, Paul.
Stop. Hey, I have an idea.
What?
Oh, you got away.
Ha, she farted. Funny. Then the mom, if you notice, the mom doesn't do shit through this entire. My dad would have been like, "You just farted, dude. What the fuck?" Like joking around with me. This mom doesn't do shit. She's probably dead. Probably like a husk. You ever see the movie Mother? Mother. She's like that. That's what I meant, mama. Yeah. Fuck that. See this guy? His name's Toasty Ted. Sponsor me. I think she likes him, and I know he likes Jay. Here's that soundtrack. She also has a TV with antennas on it. This is the 80s. Okay? And she's got like, it's not really a flip phone. It's like it's an e-reader thing. I don't know. Bro, this also her bra's hanging from the fucking thing right here. Like her dresser. Notice there's a nutcracker thing, some lights. She's got pictures. Dude, it's weird. Remember how at the beginning I was talking about how people were taking pictures of her or looking at her while she's in the pool? There's literally a picture of her in the pool looking at the camera. Maybe it was someone we know. I don't know. Doesn't get answered, but we can infer. And she's wearing a pink dress, indicative of that of someone who is pure. And let's see what else. She's putting on boots, and she's doing her hair and makeup. And then the it's cool, like the what's the fucking word I'm looking, visualization of her looking at herself in the mirror with the red light like reflecting from the mirror to her, and she's putting on a choker. Kind of resembles what's going to happen later on in the movie. Oh, hey, Corey, did you? I always see. Just kidding. You're cool. What else did you say, bitch? All right, we're gonna keep watching this movie because fuck you. Yes, she just put on a choker. That's indicative of what's gonna happen later on in this movie. And then she's checking herself, making sure she's not fat. Look at all these motifs. This is a great movie. Great movie. Also, before we continue watching this movie, I'm going to point out some movies that we're going to be reviewing. We're redoing this. We are definitely going to be reviewing this. This is coming out this weekend. This one I can review very, very shortly. This was already done. I'm going to do this one. We're also going to talk about the Boomies, in case you weren't curious about that, the Boomies. And then there's freaking Scream. Oh yeah, dude, Scream. I'm gonna be watching Scream this weekend because it comes out. Booga, you're getting a review. And also there's a movie that I just watched 2 nights ago with my best friend. It's called Special. All I gotta say is you're in for a treat. It's pretty great. There's something about it that's just it's so great. There's something about it that's special. That wasn't my joke. That was someone else's. I'm not going to take credit for that, but you get the point. Okay, continue. Put on your makeup, Jay. She's fucking beautiful, man. I'll say that. She's putting on makeup weird though. I've never seen someone go like this. But she's doing it deliberately, and then the camera zooms in on her face. It's weird. I love the way this movie tells its story. And the fucking choker thing like on her neck is like white hearts with like black line. I really wish you could see what I'm seeing, but I don't want to get monetized. I'm not getting paid for this period, but I don't want to like it to get taken down. It's pretty freaking cool. The little bit of details they put in there. And then also it zooms in on the picture of her in the pool. She looks so sad. But that soundtrack, man. And then
You ever play the trade game?
this is so this leads on to like a so it kind of like shows her face, whatever. She looks kind of sad, whatever. And then it transitions to her and this dude waiting in line at the movie theater to get tickets. This is where the movie starts to fucking. So this is like so the rest of it's kind of like, I don't want to say filler. It's like feeding you information to kind of like tell you what the story is. If you look closely, look up like to the right of the screen, you can see like graffiti, whatever, art, like art style, different things. Again, I really don't know what time period this is set in because fucking I see a Chevy car over there. I don't know. But it gives off 80s vibes. There's like different, if you look at different characters, right, it kind of like symbolizes like different things. So there's like a young girl and her mom like up front directly getting tickets at first, kind of symbolizing like, you're like your parents, like you're with your parents, whatever. The guy directly behind, I think he's just by himself. He kind of like resembles like a loner. The old guy kind of represents like the balance between life and death. What I mean by that is because if you kind of look at the like, well, you can't really see again. The way he's dressed, right? He's got blackish brown pants, black shoes, like a gray hoodie, white lining on the hoodie, a brown hat, and he's old as fuck. He's kind of like got those colors that like symbolize it's special, just like you. Hey, fuck you, man. Fuck you. Special. But anyway, he kind of like gives off like that, like the vibe. Like each character kind of like, I don't know, it gives me like a different vibe. Like that kind of like leads into the movie, right? Like a lot of colors except for like uh his and this dude that's going on a date with Jay are all colors that represent like what's it called? Purity, right? Blue, white, pink, orange. Like those are all kind of colors you like kind of associate with like goodness, like uh purity. Like I don't want to say a virgin because I don't know if she's a virgin in the I think she's virgin. Because that's kind of like the whole story. There's an STD demon is basically what's killing them. Um kind of represents purity. And if you notice, like the guy who's going on a date with her, he's got like a gray hoodie, right? He's kind of hiding that, and then under his shirt is red. Red is usually like associated with bad, right? Because it's a horror movie, something's gonna happen, and I think that's kind of cool that he's hiding that shirt, whatever. It's not like directly visible. I mean, it's kind of like open up, kind of like whenever you're wearing like a jacket, and you have like your shirt, like kind of like the where you button up the jacket, so there's like a hole so you can kind of see the shirt. He's not like I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too much into it, but it's kind of cool. There's also, if you look in the screen, there's another girl who's wearing red, but she's hidden by two people, hidden by a guy wearing like a lighter color, and then the old man wearing the darker color. Again, hiding that dark intent. Let's continue.
No, what is that?
It's people watching you. My sister and I used to play when we were bored.
You're bored right now?
No, shut up. Let me finish.
Okay, how do you play?
You start by watching the crowd. Casual, so about the people around you.
Okay, so this is gonna Zachary. Hey, Zach. Oh, dude, my controller died. I thought you got off. I didn't realize my controller died. Okay. Um. Okay. So this next scene kind of brings up to a really, really cool type of thing. I was kind of going through you. Well, if you ever watched the video, I was kind of going through like the different symbolisms and like the clothing that people are wearing, whatever, and kind of like how it symbolizes kind of like what's going to happen or like what's going on in the story, which is cool. Um, so they're standing in line, and she's asking him if he's ever played. I don't remember the name of the game because I'm doing too many different things at once. But basically, you like look in the crowd, you pick someone out, right, and then the other person tries to guess who you were guessing. Yeah, this gets kind of freaky. Get ready.
Okay.
Now, without telling me, pick a person that you want to trade places with.
So you want to trade places with them, and she has to
And
guess.
want
You have
know
to
who it is.
pick a person you want to trade places with, and they have to guess.
Okay, I got it.
Now I get 2 guesses to figure out who you picked and why you want to trade places with them.
Okay, good luck.
Okay, and another cool thing is in between the scene of like them walking into the movie theater, they're in line. Kind of when they talk about playing the game, right? She tilts her head, and then it transitions to another scene inside the movie theater, and they're still guessing. So it's really cool.
That guy.
No.
Okay then. Who'd you pick?
She also, if you pay close attention, she said you get 2 chances to guess. She only gave it 1 try. So there's that.
The dad?
Oh, it's fun. I mean, how cool would that be to have your whole life ahead of you, you know?
Come on.
Also, this is really fucking cool. Okay, so she kind of guesses. Oh, thank you, Bear Corey. So he's kind of talking about how he's like. So she guesses like one of the people, right? And the person she guesses is this guy who's like talking to this chick, and she looks like, oh, she's really interested. And he's like, no, and then she's like, I'm gonna give up. Like, who is it? And he sees this wife and his dad, whatever, freaking, what's it called? Sitting there with the kid, and he goes, that guy. And she's like, Jay's like, oh, the dad? He's like, no, the kid. And if you listen closely, this man says, how cool would it be to have your whole life ahead of you? Think about that for a second. This kid's maybe in his 20s, right? He's like anywhere between 18 to like 25, I'd say, would be a guesstimate range for him. And Jay looks kind of younger. I'm gonna guess she's anywhere from 18 to like 24. And he's like the 26, 27. But he's literally looking at this kid and saying, how cool would it be to have your whole life ahead of you? And looking at the kid with like a blank expression. He's like, his face is kind of like that of like a disgruntled old man. Okay, bye, Zach. His face is like that of like a disgruntled man, like he's worried about something. He's got something on his mind. And whereas Jay's expressions are all like freaking like what's it called? Happy, and like she's very expressive. She's like having a good time, and he's over here looking worried. And then when he says, "How cool would it be to have your whole life ahead of you?" It kind of goes over her head because she's younger. She doesn't know what's going on. You know, she's like new to this. She's pure, and he has already been tainted with whatever's going on and whatever's going to be continuing with this movie. And like he's been tainted by the evils of the world, and she's new. She's like a flower, right? She's getting like it's kind of like how you like look at like younger women, right? Like, well, actually, let's just say younger people in general, right? You start off like pure, and as you go on with life and you get older, you start to get experienced to newer things. And she's like a flower that's starting to blossom, you know, like she's not fully like grown up, but she's starting to grow up, but she's still naive enough and like young, and she doesn't really know what's going on. She has no idea what's going on with him. He's not telling her. He's keeping it to himself, but he's letting off these he's giving off this weird vibe that something is off, and she is just too young to understand.
You're 21.
Wow, but look at how happy that kid is.
And also, remember how I gave you like a guesstimate on how old he is? She said he's 21. Okay. That's pretty fucking young. No, he looks older than that. He says he's 21. And the fact that he's still talking about how cool it would be to be that young again.
Plus, at that age, you can go to the bathroom anytime you want. Total freedom.
Yeah. It's pausing your shit right now.
And then like to kind of transition like what they were talking about, like that could possibly like make her on edge. He makes a joke and smiles to her, and he says, how nice would it be to be able to use the restroom whenever the hell you want? That's pretty clever to kind of transition her away. Because obviously she's not thinking about anything that's going on. She's not thinking about like anything like that. Something could be wrong. He's doing a very good job of like hiding like his true intentions and like his true feelings. And she's young and naive and doesn't she's not really picking up what he's putting down, if you will. Multitasking. Oh, jeez. I want to actually like review this entire movie in full. But because of how detailed I already started going in, probably do this for like another like 20 minutes. And then I'm going to go because I want to get something to drink and eat before I have to go to work. So, yeah, he's kind of deflecting the situation, trying to really hide his true intentions from like her picking up what he's putting down, if you will. He doesn't want her to understand like what's going on, because if she were to understand what's going on, as you'll see, that will kind of throw off what he's trying to do.
Yeah, exactly. I can never get away with that.
Okay, my turn.
And then, so this next scene, right, transitions to them in the in the theater, right? And he said, "Okay, she said, okay, it's my turn. Just wait for what's about to happen."
Okay, got it.
She smirks. She's got someone in mind. It's a full theater for the most part.
Look, girl in the dress.
Where?
Right there.
That's here.
Right there.
Okay. Right there. Okay. He looks behind him by the exit sign and sees something. And he said, right there. It's the girl in the yellow dress. And Jay's like, what do you mean? I don't see it. And he points at it again. She said, I don't know what you're talking about. Then he kind of gets a little bit more annoyed and he's like, right there. And she said, no. In this transition, like the way they he looks at her kind of scared.
Sorry, I don't see what you're talking
Can we
about.
go?
Okay, right there. So he looks at her kind of scared, right? And turns around and she's like, I'm sorry, I don't go. And then he literally transitions to, can we go? That's a red flag right there. That should have shown her, like, you know, if someone were to say that, like, we're like having a good time watching a movie, whatever, and they were gonna, like, can we go? Like, after seeing something. I'd be a little concerned. So he's scared of whatever it is. She doesn't see it, and he's asking her to go.
I'm sorry, I feel well. Can we go back
And then
to the car?
he says, "I don't feel good."
There's someone in there that made you want to leave? Like an ex-girlfriend or something? Said you saw a girl with yellow dress. Is that someone that you knew?
No, I just felt sick. So
Okay. Then when they're walking out, she looks like kind of like she's starting like she's kind of like nervous, like annoyed, like, "Oh, what did I do? Like, what's wrong? Was that someone you knew?" And this man's deflecting the questions. He's not directly answering, but when he finally gives an answer, his answer is, um, "I just feel sick." Think about that. He's feeling sick after seeing something, and then he wants to leave, and he's kind of rushing out there. Definitely would be something that's kind of like, hey, there's something wrong. Like there's something going up.
inside.
Music starts playing creepy shit. Then it transitions to them driving away in the car, and it's starting to rain a little bit. The music's still creepy. It's an awkward car ride. She's looking at him and kind of looks like back behind to the back of the car where the cameraman is, because it's like kind of like a close angled shot. Kind of like looks over like that, kind of like to look behind. There's nothing there. And then it transitions to still playing creepy music, but they're in a restaurant eating. She's now taking off the dress. She's feeling more comfortable. If you notice in the theater, she still had, or not dress, the jacket. If you notice in the theater, she was, she wasn't like really like, kind of like, okay, like she wasn't like comfortable yet. She didn't really trust him. She was still like, getting comfortable. And then they left, whatever. They got in the car. She still had the jacket on. Now she's getting more comfortable. She's taking it off. She's showing more skin. Music's still creepy, and the camera's kind of, so it's facing them, right? They're sitting here eating, and it's kind of panning to the left, looking at Jay. Again, cinematography. It's fading him out, kind of, but zooming in on her. And then she looks down to like take a drink. And if you look, it's facing out towards the glass. And whereas when you're like originally looking at the scene, you don't see people outside. When she kind of like looks down, like tilts her head down to drink her drink, and he's sitting there looking down at her, watching, kind of smiling because sees her. There's a man walking towards the camera this way, and then there's another man going this way, but one's coming towards the camera, and it's zooming in on him. He's looking directly at them, and then she looks up.
Thanks for walking.
She looks up, and then he kind of cuts out of like view, and that's it with the creepy music. And then it cuts to them walking. Jay's walking with her sister. Again, she's wearing like normal clothing. She's with her sister, right? She's got a jacket on, a sweater, jeans, and boots.
Mom knows you smoke. Yeah, but she'll cry if she actually sees it happening. Oh, she just stood her cigarettes. How's it going with you? Good. Mostly.
Okay. Another thing is when they're walking, right? Immediately they're bringing up their mom. No mention of a dad at all. Just mention of the mom. Not a whole lot. And while they're talking about it, saying, "Oh, mom would be disappointed," whatever. That's what Jay said. And the sister is just kind of like, "Oh, whatever." It kind of pans over to like this family playing outside. Again, indicating these people are together. Like this family over here is together. They're playing together. And she's all alone.
I was acting kind of weird last night. Why? Said he wasn't feeling well, but seemed like something was on his mind.
Boom. Right there. She did kind of notice it, but she was not going to bring it up because that's kind of an awkward thing. She's talking about how he's being weird.
Have you No. I don't want to, but I don't know. It seemed different last night.
Okay. I'm gonna have to cut it off right now. There's still an hour and 27 minutes left of this movie. I have to be at work in 40 minutes. I will be continuing this review at some time down this week. I will be doing one about Scream, The Burning, a lot. There will be a lot of movies that are going to get talked about and me doing reviews. Also, I probably will do Spider-Man No Way Home. I wanted to watch this. The Protege. All right. Well, like I said, I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna cut this off. I hate to do it, but gotta do what you gotta do. Just be ready for those reviews. Hopefully you liked it. Share with people if you did. What the fuck? What the fuck is this? Okay. Like I said, I'll be back with this. Hopefully you guys liked it, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay spooky.